Today we're going to be talking about how to survive getting off schedule. You know, you look at the clock and oh my gosh, your next client is already due to arrive in and you haven't even started blow drying the hair yet. Oh my gosh, this happens so much. What do? You know, time has gotten away from you and you forgot to tell the front desk to call your next client, say, hey, I'm running a few minutes behind. Okay, and your next client's walking in the door and you're like, crap. Oh, first of all, hopefully your whole salon culture and team and everybody in the salon pitches in. Hopefully you guys are trained that way. Hopefully that your environment, your salon, like maybe other stylists can come over and sweep hair for you, or shampoo your next client and really give them a nice long shampoo while you're finishing up your blow dry. Or maybe you can get another stylist to even blow dry your guest so you can get your next guest started. Sometimes just having some help and having your coworkers help to pitch in is all it takes. All right, second, fess up. So always admit if you're running behind. Don't ignore the elephant in the room. Just fess up. Say, hey, I'm sorry. Excuse yourself. Go over to your next guest. Say, hey, I am so sorry. I'm running about 50, whatever, however long. I'm running about 15 minutes behind. If you needed to run an errand or go grab a bite to eat or a cup of coffee next door, please take your time, you know, and I'll be right with you. Because they might be hungry. They might have just rushed to get there and didn't have breakfast or something, and might give them a chance to go get their thoughts together too. But always fess up and admit to being running behind. Don't just let them sit there and wonder what the hell's going on. When they are actually in your chair and you know, and it's already behind their scheduled time, give them something a little extra. Give them, I don't know, maybe you have some free samples that you can give to them, or a gift card for their next service, you know, $10 off, or maybe even discount this one, I don't know, or give them a free conditioning treatment or eyebrow wax. Just show them that, hey, you're important to me. I really didn't mean for this to happen. Let me go the extra mile for you. Remain calm. Okay, don't overdo it on the guest that's in your chair. Like if you're blow drying, don't skimp. Don't not give them what you promised to give them, if you know. But on the other hand, don't take your sweet little time and go, oh, let's add curls to your hair if you didn't promise them curls. You know, it's okay to just blow dry, finish them, and not give them the whole, you know, Instagram photo shoot look. If you're wanting that and you just did this excellent color on them and you're wanting that, maybe you can get somebody else in your salon to curl them and take their picture. Or you get your next client started. Somebody needs to hand the baton, or maybe it's just you and you don't have anybody else in your salon and you're just working yourself. Maybe you ask that guest to come back in like 45 minutes. Then you can curl them after this guest. It just depends on your day. There's always something you can do and get creative, but just don't panic, okay? Make sure that your next guest knows that you see them, they're important, you value their time just as much. And if you're going to be more than like 15 minutes late, give them the opportunity to either reschedule, because you don't know what their schedule is. Maybe they're tight too, or at least, you know, let them know what's going on. And if you feel like being late for this one and then you're going to be late for this one and you see your whole day piling up, why don't you take 2 minutes and call your next clients and let them know. That way it gives them the opportunity if they need to reschedule, or it gives you the opportunity so you're not stressed to the max. You know, and then you can reassess and get your day back on track. But the most important thing about how to survive getting off schedule is to think it through. Think about what happened. Think about how did this happen? Because sometimes we've just scheduled ourselves. Sometimes these things are unavoidable. So there's something that came up. Maybe you had 45 minutes to an hour for a haircut, blow dry, but the guest came in and their hair ponytail was like this big around. And so you didn't know that you needed an extra half an hour to blow dry them. There's some things out of our control. However, I would look at my schedule and say, hey, am I giving myself enough time for thorough consultations? What's important here? Do I need to add 5 minutes here and there or 15 minutes here and there, just so you don't run behind? And if you're just starting out and your timing isn't where it needs to be, say, give yourself a cushion of 15 minutes in between. So that way you're not freaking out. I mean, the worst thing you can do is start panicking, and then it doesn't become fun anymore. It doesn't become fun to anybody. If you're trying to get 8 to 10 people per day, that's frightening. I mean, we used to do it all the time, double book, assistants, all that stuff, but people don't do that anymore. So anyway, just think it through and see if there's something that you can fix in your schedule so it doesn't happen again. Or maybe there's a system that you can, if you're all by yourself, again, text your next guest or whatever. But see what you can do to not let it happen again. It's gonna happen. It happens to everybody. But the key to survive it is to get help so your coworkers can pitch in, fess up, make sure everybody knows what's going on. Give something back to your guest, to say, hey, I appreciate you. Don't stress, and then think it through for the next time. Hope these little tips helped you. Happens to everybody. We all have to learn how to survive being on schedule. So let me know if any of these tips and tricks helped you at all. And until next time, just remember, it's not about the little things. It's all about the little things.